to the Somers Sports broadcast. I'm Brandon. I'm here with Phillip
and Benny,
and we're going to get started just right away with our varsity baseball interview. Now, before we get onto our baseball interview, I believe Benny, our club president here, has an announcement to make.
Yeah, so I have decided to commit to Lowen University and go there at college next year for the sports broadcasting program there. I'm very excited.
Yeah, congratulations, that's great. Thank you for making that announcement right on here, and onto our baseball interview.
So today we're here with Joe Dwyer of Somers Baseball. Thank you for coming in today.
You're welcome.
And let's get started with the first question. So what position do you play and why did you choose that position?
So I'm a catcher, and my secondary is first base, and I chose catcher. I remember when I was younger, I was watching baseball with my dad, and I kind of made a joke, "Hey Dad, what position should I play?" And he kind of jokingly back said catcher, and I was like, "All right, let's do it." So then I became a catcher. So that's how I started catching.
Oh, very cool.
So how long have you played baseball for?
I started playing t-ball when I was little. Even before that, I was having a catch and playing with the ball outside with my dad and my brothers, so for most of my life.
Awesome.
Why did you decide to first start playing baseball?
My dad coached high school baseball for 20 years. He played baseball through high school, so it was definitely a little bit from him. And my mom enjoys watching baseball too, so that's definitely why, both my parents.
All right.
Cool. And where are your strengths?
My strength, I think my strengths are me as a defensive catcher. I'm very good at receiving the ball, making those borderline pitches look like strikes. I'm good at blocking the baseball, and I also think I'm very good at communicating with the pitchers and controlling the pitching staff, because that's a big part of what I have to do behind the plate.
Oh, very interesting. And what do you do in practice to prepare for games?
So as a team during practice, we start off with our everydays. So those are just little things we do every day. So the infielders take their ground balls, the outfielders take their fly balls, and I do a lot of receiving and blocking and transferring stuff to prepare my body for practice. And then in practice, we do a lot of situations, whether that's first, third situations or bunt plays. So a lot of things that are going to happen in games, but not that often, but we have to be prepared for that.
So outside of practice, how do you prepare on your own for a game or something?
Yeah, so I'm in the weight room about 6 days a week, so that's very important for my strength as a player. So the bigger and stronger you are, the better baseball player you're going to be. And I'm also I also go to the cage and take reps by myself with my dad or my brother, so we'll use the pitching machine. And for me, the pitching machine is a very important tool because it can simulate a live pitcher more than anything else. So I'll definitely get some reps by myself.
Yeah, that definitely helps. And how did you work up to where you are now as a player?
Yeah, very similar to the last question. Weight room's a big difference. I've since my freshman year, I've gained 70 pounds. Most of that's good weight, not all of it, but tough. So that's a big difference. And then also just catching wise, the better pitchers you catch, the better catcher you're gonna be. So that's a big part of it. And then again, just getting reps outside of practice, using the pitching machine, hitting them most of the days. So.
And do you have a player in the major leagues that you would compare yourself to? And
not necessarily compare myself to, but I really like watching Austin Wells. He's the catcher for the New York Yankees. He's very good defensively, and he's improved his defensive game significantly since when he was drafted. So I enjoy watching him. He's fun to watch.
All right, very interesting. And so what is your biggest challenge you have faced as a baseball player?
I got hurt this off season, so I tore my Lisfranc ligament in my foot. So mentally, that was a big challenge for me. I was out for a lot of the off season, so mentally to overcome that, it was a pain in the butt. So that was a big challenge for me this off season.
And final question: what is your most proudest moment as a baseball player?
My proudest moment as a baseball player, I got two. Freshman year, we won the section. I got called up to varsity that year from JV. So I didn't really play, I didn't do much, but I was very proud to be part of that team, even though I didn't do much. It was a very fun experience. And then also last year, I hit a go-ahead homer in the top of the seventh. We only play 7 innings in high school, so I hit the go-ahead homer in the top of the seventh against John Jay. So that was pretty fun.
Oh, very cool. So thank you for coming in
You're
today.
welcome. Good to see you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank
having me.
And continuing with our baseball theme, on March 27th, we had MLB opening day. So I'm going to recap that here just quickly. Alright, what a great opening day for the MLB. We had some big things to mention. It was filled with excitement. We had dominating and thrilling performances. So the Yankees got the edge on the Brewers. 4-2 last inning was a little tough for the Yankees to get out of. They bases loaded, no outs, and they were able to get out of it to get their opening day win. And Austin Wells had a lead-off home run for the Yankees on opening day. Also noting the Orioles crushed the Blue Jays 12-2. They set a record with 6 home runs, and then the Astros topped the Mets 3-1 behind Framber Valdez's 7 scoreless innings. That's very impressive on an opening day. And then the Dodgers are continuing their win streak. They're going to have a 5-4 victory over the Tigers. Shohei Ohtani had another home run, and the Marlins secured their first ever opening day walk-off win against the Pirates. And the Padres cruised right through the Braves 7-4 win. Also, I'd like to note the White Sox dominating the Angels 8-1. The Phillies defeating the Nationals 7-3 in extra innings. Looks like we're gonna have a great MLB season this year. I can't wait to talk more about it.
So now we are on to how many wins will these varsity teams have this season. So Brandon, let's start with you for varsity baseball.
At Varsity Baseball, they have 20 games this season. Last year, they were 5-9. I think this year they're gonna turn around a little bit, have a winning record, 13-7.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Brandon, but I do have them getting 2 more wins. I do like the depth of their schedule. I have them going 15-5. They've been looking great at practice recently.
Yeah, I agree with both of them. I have them getting 14 wins and improving a lot from last year.
All right, so now we are on to softball. They have 18 games this season. Last season they went 14-6 at a total of 20. Now it's shortened to 18. I have them going 11-7. I do think they're going to be getting better with the new addition of the new softball field, but I don't see them being as good as last year.
Yeah, and I see them going 12-6. I think they're going to improve a little bit from last year.
Yeah, I don't see them having the best season. Still a winning season, but 10-8 in the end.
Yeah, next up we have boys lacrosse. A lot of great players on this team. A lot of players going to college for lacrosse on this team, and I think this is going to be a good season for Somers boys lacrosse. And they were 14-4 last season. I see them going 17-3 this season.
I do see boys lacrosse going 14-6, looking like a really strong team this year, and I think they're going to get it done.
Yeah, boys lacrosse being a powerful team in their league and in Section 1, 16-4. And continuing with lacrosse, we have girls lacrosse now. They have 15 games this season, and they were 11-8 last season. I think they're going to have 8 wins, 7 losses this year.
Yeah, I think they're going to be very close to what Brandon said. I think they're going to go under 500, 7-8. I do think this is a good team, but I think the schedule is pretty rough.
Yeah, I see the girls getting a few more wins. I see them going 10-5 in the season.
Now on to girls flag football. There's 14 games this season, so I do think they're going to be going 10-4. The team is looking really strong. I think if they work on the passing attack, it'll be a great season.
Yeah, it was a rough start last night as we're recording this the day after the John Jay game, going 0-1, but I still think it's going to be a good team. This team, I feel like, is playing for something, and I could see them getting around 9 wins, going 9-5 on the year.
Yeah, we were at the game yesterday, as Benny mentioned. I think they need to step up their defense, maybe get a little more organized there. I see them having a decent season, going even with 7-7 for this year.
And finally, we got boys tennis, and I see them having an alright season. I got them around 500. I have them going 8-9.
Yeah, I have them just below 500 at 8-9 as well.
Yes, I also have them below 500, but a little less. They said I have them going 7-10. I do think the schedule is going to be pretty rough, and I do think if they get more organized, they could definitely go positively over 500.
So on to March Madness. A lot has happened in March Madness, and big one is that last year and 2 years ago, champion UConn was eliminated by Florida. It was a close, exciting game, but farther advanced there. And Arkansas was able to beat St. John's, which was a big pick for a lot of people for March Madness this year, in addition to your 2022 champion of Kansas. However, Arkansas was eliminated last night, and this is the first time in years that the lowest seed in the left, as we are on, as today is Friday the 28th, the lowest seed left is a 6 seed, and there has not been a lot of upsets this year.
Yeah, and Benny, I have to ask you, we did bracket predictions in Season 3, Episode 7, 2 episodes ago. Where we are now in March Madness, are you sticking with your winner prediction, or you want to change that?
Yeah, I gotta stick with it because originally I was gonna change it due to the Cooper Flag injury, but now he's back, he's playing, and I think that was a big reason why I had Duke in the first place, and that's why I'm sticking with Duke.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my original prediction. I had Tennessee beating Auburn in the national championship. They're both doing just fine right now, and I think they're going to keep going all the way and fight it out in the national championship.
So now we're on to our NFL news. So let's start with most of your favorite teams, the New York Giants. So the New York Giants have signed Russell Wilson on a 1-year, $10.5 million deal. I think this is a very, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think this was the best decision considering the next deal that they've gained. They signed Jameis Winston on a 2-year, $8 million deal. This I really, really love. I know they probably are doing this to sign Arch Manning next year or in the future, but I don't think this was the smartest idea, bringing in 2 quarterbacks, but Jameis Winston, Tommy Cutlets, and Russell Wilson. That energy in the locker room is going to be amazing, very entertaining. And now on to the Patriots. The Patriots have signed Stephon Diggs to a 3-year, $69 million deal. He's making around $23 million a year. I don't think this was the greatest idea. It was a great idea, but I don't think they should have paid him that much. He's obviously getting up there in age, but I do think this is a great move. The Patriots have had a fantastic free agency so far.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that.
So, as you may or may not know, the NHL season is beginning to wrap up. Teams have around 8 to 10 games left right now. So we're just going to talk about the NHL playoffs as if they were starting today. Alright, as I said, we're going to do some NHL playoff standings as if they were starting today or yesterday as they were recording. So this is these were taken down as of Thursday, March 27th. So we're going to start with our Eastern Conference Atlantic Division. First seed, Toronto Maple Leafs. Second seed, Florida Panthers. And third seed, Tampa Bay Lightning. Going over to the Metropolitan Division, 1 will be the Washington Capitals, 2, the Carolina Hurricanes, and 3, the New Jersey Devils. And our wild card for the Eastern Conference is going to be the Ottawa Senators and the Montreal Canadiens. Going over to our Western Conference, Central Division, Winnipeg Jets will be the first seed, Dallas Stars second seed, and the Colorado Avalanche third seed. Pacific Division, we have the Vegas Golden Knights taking the 1 seed there, the LA Kings with the 2 seed, and the Edmonton Oilers with the 3 seed there. And our wild card teams for the Western Conference are the Minnesota Wild and the St. Louis Blues. Something I'd just like to highlight for you New York fans, right now, neither the New York Rangers or Islanders are making the playoffs. They need to get a few more points before they're able to be in playoff competition. They don't have many games left, so they need to get hot quick.
So we're now going to take a look at the NBA and just a few highlights to talk about. So first off, for the Cavaliers, after having a 15-game winning streak, losing 3 straight, however, they have been able to bounce back to win 3 straight, but that has helped get the range for the battle for the 1 seed into 5 games. It's still unlikely for the Celtics, who currently have 54 wins compared to the Cavs 59 wins, but Celtics are a dark horse, and I think I could very well see the Celtics beating the Cavs in the playoffs. But also in the West, a dark horse since LeBron's injury, and he's already back from it, but since then Lakers have not been playing the best, and it's been the Rockets who had it was around an 8-game winning streak, and they skyrocketed it back to the 2 seed. They were there earlier in the season, but they skyrocketed back, and it's looking like it's their seed for the taking. And the Rockets, coached by Ime Udoka, they're going to be a threat to come in the playoffs too. And finally, we got the Thunder. Thunder lose a few games that they should have won, but they bounced back. They have now won 8 in a row since then. And this Thunder team, I think the playoff experience will catch up to them, but we'll see. And the Lakers have been struggling, like I said, since the LeBron injury, and be interesting to see how many wins they wind up ending out with. But top seeds still currently the Cavs or the Thunder, the Grizzlies, and the Nuggets, also teams you gotta keep an eye out for. And the Timberwolves, a surprise, currently an 8 seed. So it's gonna be exciting playoffs. We're close. Playoffs start on April 6th. I'm excited to predict that in the Somers Sports broadcast when it comes up at that time.
So now we have what will be the most surprising moment during the NHL playoffs. I'll start. So I think the Rangers will squeak into the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna do too well. They have been underperforming this year, but I think they're gonna squeak into the playoffs. Maybe they can get a couple wins, but I think they're gonna get first rounded.
Right?
And I got an upset coming before the playoffs even start. I see both the Rangers and the Islanders also not making the playoffs. Rough year for New York teams, and the New Jersey Devils, I think, are going to go on a playoff run, making it far in the playoffs.
Yeah, my upset here, my surprising moment is a lower seeded team to make a long run to the Cup Finals. And I personally have the Dallas Stars to win the Stanley Cup, but what do you guys think?
I also agree with you, Brandon. I think the Dallas Stars, but I'm not too sure. I mean, I think they are a great team, but I think the competition might be a little too much.
Yeah, definitely some good competition in there. It could go easily the Dallas Stars or another team that's up there.
Yeah, I'm going with the team that just won last year to go back-to-back. The Panthers, they're an amazing team, and I see them taking it over the Avalanche. They're a team that always goes far in the playoffs. So next up, we're now going to take a look at IndyCar Thermal recap, and it was a good race. Award started on pole, but throughout the race, Pillow eventually passed Award, was able to get the lead, and it was basically Pillow's race from there. Alex Pillow, the defending two-time champion, looking to three-peat this year, is 2-0, winning both races to start off the season. And now, next up for NASCAR Miami, this was an exciting race as well. A lot of surprises, but at the end, it was Kyle Larson who beat out Alex Bowman in a Hendrick Motorsports battle. Kyle Larson wins his first race of the year at a track that probably is one of his best tracks, Miami. Alright, so finally we have our NASCAR Martinsville predictions, and I'm going to get started off. This is a short track, a track where Hendrick does great in the fall. Ryan Blaney has done good here in the fall. Hendrick does good here in the spring. That's what I meant to say. And I think we're going to see that again here. I don't think it's going to be a 1-2-3 finish like we saw last year. Kyle Larson coming out a win. I think it's going to come down to Byron, Larson, Bowman, Blaney. I think also could throw Cindric in there. Hamlin, those cars are going to be battling for the win, but I think it's going to be William Byron who takes it. The Martinsville Spring Race, second year in a row.
Yeah, nice. So as Benny mentioned, Ryan Blaney tends to do good there. In the fall, you said, I think he's just going to do just as well in the spring this time. I have Ryan Blaney winning this weekend.
Yeah, I also agree exactly what Brandon said. I do have Blaney winning it.
Hello and welcome back. So today we're now going to be playing a game. It's going to be me and Jaden taking on Phillip and Brandon. Let's see who's going to take this one. We chose random teams. Jaden and Brandon
It's so random.
are going to be representing the Giants. Me and Jaden are representing the Eagles. I've never played with someone else on the same team. I played against someone, but we'll see how this goes. So
Which one is me?
me too.
All right,
is me?
which one is me?
Green.
Oh, I'm green. I'm blue. I'm blue.
Oh, I think I...
Oh, it's up.
Wait, where am I?
Dude, this thing's like.
I don't know where I am.
No.
That was easy.
Oh, bro. Why?
Here we go.
He was completely covered, bro.
Lock, though. Picked off!
Is that you?
Yep.
Are we blitzing?
Oh wait, no, maybe it was you.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna...
Yeah, you're blue.
First down
Okay,
and more.
it probably was you.
There goes Jalen Hurts. Just let the quarter go out. So 0-0, end of the first quarter. Hurts is going to keep it.
Oh.
Gets and loses. Here we go to the end zone.
Oh.
And
Did you
he
see where
did
I was
not
running?
get
You
in.
were running the opposite
Opposite.
way.
Doing something stupid.
Yes.
Yes, where am I?
Why are you running over there?
This weekend.
There we go. So 3-0 Eagles is.
Yeah, handoff. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Picked off.
Let's go.
It's Zach Braun. Who else? To
Yeah, I
the
got the fat
10,
guy. Why
to
do I
the
have the fat
5.
guy?
Touchdown Eagles. Pick 6 for Zach Braun.
Why did I get the fat guy?
Kick is up. No one else a jinxer. Got 10-0 Eagles.
Watch this.
And he just runs it back in the safety for whatever reason. 12-0 is your score.
I don't know.
I'm supposed to be guarding that guy.
You're just doing the field goal plan.
Oh wow. Wow,
Oh,
it's
it's supposed
fully covered.
Did you switch?
Who am I guarding?
What?
Oh,
Yes!
no.
Good job, Phillip.
Oh, you are.
Oh, we're kneeling.
Go
Wow, it's
for
the
it.
most accurate kick. Oh, okay.
Hit me, X.
There you go. Take the points.
Easy points. Let's go.
We found audible.
Field goal defense.
Yeah, make AJ Brown open. Here we go.
What are you doing?
I'm diving.
To the
I
10, to the
switched
5,
diving.
touchdown.
Get him.
You're frozen.
There we go.
All right.
That was a good kickoff return.
There's no one there.
Here we go. The 10, to the 5.
No. I don't want to go. Can we get him? Maybe?
Here we go. Touchdown.
What's the point of crossing out?
You know, there's fast plays and special. Alright, one more quarter. 28-0. Let's see if Phillip and Brandon come back.
Yeah, we can.
Well, you're not getting our line.
No one is doing it.
I know, I got rid of your own line. Wait, I can be your own line. Oh my god, I'm not giving you no line.
There
I'm
we
not giving you
go.
no line.
Take the safety.
That's a guys.
Oh my gosh, I just hit the opening.
Bye bye.
There goes Saquon. Touchdown Eagles. Another one.
You know, I love the team. I love that we picked this.
Yeah.
Or you don't have to. This one. Not right now. Let's go. We just gave the other team 2 points.
As it goes to 3, a shutout. Me and Jaden proved that. We're better at Madden there.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon and Phillip. Eagles take this one 38-0.
We are the Somers Sports Broadcasting Club.
See you next week.